Yeah, helps you lose weight. But what happens is, man, you have this loose skin all over your body. Nothing is easy. Nothing just like, oh, I wake up and I just do this or I do that, or it just, no, I watch people every day go through life and it's so easy.
Meet David Goggins. He wakes up at 4 a.m., runs 10 to 20 miles before eating anything, and in 2026 at 51 years old logs between 100 and 150 miles of running per week. He was once 297 pounds and had 3 months to lose 106 of them or lose his shot at becoming a Navy SEAL. He ate 800 calories a day and trained all day long. In this video, we are going inside. What he ate to do that, what he eats now, and the one mental principle behind all of it. And if you stay until the end, we have a free bonus waiting for you. Before we get into it, if you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and drop a comment below. It genuinely helps the channel grow and allows us to keep making content like this for you. Now let's get into it. David Goggins is the only person in history to complete Navy SEAL training, Army Ranger School, and Air Force Tactical Air Controller training. He set the world record for pull-ups in 24 hours. He runs ultramarathons, completes his famous 4x4H challenge, running 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours straight, every few months, and in 2026 at 51 years old still runs 100 to 150 miles per week, while cycling up to 200 miles on top of that. He started from 297 pounds, a failing school record, and a job spraying cockroaches at night. What he did with food and discipline to get from there to here is one of the most documented transformations in the history of human performance.
That's something that you have to develop. You develop that over years, decades of suffering and going back into the suffer. That's why a lot of people who graduate Navy SEAL training, they want to know.
The principle underneath everything Goggins does with food is this. His own words, I eat to perform, not to feel good, not to feel comfortable, to perform at a level most people believe is physiologically impossible. He follows a 16 to 8 intermittent fasting window, eating between approximately 11 a.m. and 7 p.m., fasting everything before that, including the 10 to 20 mile run he completes every single morning. He eats high protein, low processed carbs, and follows a modified ketogenic approach that keeps his energy systems running on fat during fasting hours and on clean whole food during his eating window. His 40% rule applies to food as much as training. When your body tells you it needs to eat poorly, Goggins says you're 40% through the discomfort, not at the end of it. The transformation diet, when Goggins committed to losing 106 pounds in under 3 months, his daily intake dropped to approximately 800 calories. No processed food, no refined carbohydrates, no sugar, no alcohol, lean protein, vegetables, and whole foods only. His own words, I had to lose 106 pounds in less than 3 months. I knew that if I stopped training or became stagnant, there were no calories being burned, so I just basically trained all day long. The combination of extreme caloric restriction and extreme training volume created the deficit needed to lose over a pound a day. He has described this period as the most difficult of his life and the most defining, and he is explicit that this was not a sustainable long-term approach. It was the catalyst that broke his mental ceiling about what was possible.
What it is to be rock bottom and to build that up. So that question about learning is a pain in my ass. And I don't have to do it. So think about it. I'm 49 years old and I'm a multi-millionaire.
What came after is the real system. Morning. 4 a.m. Fasted. Goggins wakes up between 3:45 and 4 a.m. every single day. No snooze. His morning begins with a cold shower, taken immediately after waking and deliberately as uncomfortable as possible, which he describes as the first decision point of the day, choosing discomfort before the mind has had time to argue against it. He does not eat. He runs between 10 and 20 miles outside, regardless of weather, fasted before his eating window opens at 11 a.m. The fasted morning run forces the body to operate on stored fat, improving metabolic flexibility and building the mental toughness of performing before any reward has been received. First meal 11 a.m., breaking the fast. After the morning run, cycling, and any calisthenics work, Goggins breaks his fast with chicken breast, salad, and vegetables. Clean, complete protein to begin muscle protein synthesis after the morning's extreme output, alongside fiber-rich vegetables and leafy greens that deliver the micronutrients his training volume demands. No processed food, no refined carbohydrates, nothing that creates an insulin spike that would undermine the metabolic state the morning fast built. He has described keeping this meal simple and consistent because the goal is recovery and refueling, not variety. Afternoon meal. Fruits, almonds, and a protein source bridging the gap between his first and final meal. The almonds provide magnesium for muscle function and recovery, healthy fat for sustained energy, and vitamin E for cardiovascular protection. Fruit provides natural sugars that replenish glycogen partially without the insulin consequences of refined carbohydrates. His afternoon eating keeps the system fueled for any remaining training without overloading it. He does not snack on processed food, ever.
That's what it looks like. Hard work looks horrible. It's not motivating. It's not motivating at all. It ain't like Rocky round 14 where he gets knocked down and he goes like this to Apollo Creed.
His own words on cravings, the most dangerous thing is the comfort zone. That's where dreams go to die. Final meal before 7 p.m. Salad, fish or chicken, and vegetables. His last meal closes the eating window and sets up the 16-hour fast that follows. Clean protein, no heavy carbohydrates, nothing that burdens digestion overnight. His body spends the hours between 7 p.m. and 4 a.m. in a fasted state, running hormonal recovery, releasing growth hormone during sleep, and preparing for the next day's 10 to 20-mile morning run that begins before the window opens again. Goggins' dietary approach works for men over 50 because of 4 principles he has applied across one of the most extreme physical careers in modern history. 1. Intermittent fasting combined with fasted training forces the body to become metabolically flexible, burning stored fat efficiently during fasting hours and utilizing food efficiently during the eating window. Men over 50 whose insulin sensitivity has naturally declined benefit more from a compressed eating window than from eating across the full day, as it reduces the total number of insulin events and improves the body's response to the ones that remain. 2. Eating to perform rather than eating for pleasure removes the emotional dimension from food choices entirely. Every meal Goggins eats is evaluated against one question: does this fuel what my body needs to do today? Men over 50 who adopt this framework consistently make better food choices than those who approach eating as a comfort or reward, because the question answers itself when asked honestly.
The winning voice is the second voice. They have one voice. And that's just, I'm a piece of shit. And that's all they hear. And then they judge people like me who are out here.
3. The 40% rule applied to dietary discipline means that the moment you feel like you cannot maintain clean eating is the moment the real discipline begins. Most men quit their dietary approach when it becomes uncomfortable. Goggins would identify that moment as the point at which the work actually starts, and the men who push through it are the ones who produce lasting results. 4. High protein intake distributed across a compressed eating window preserves muscle mass more effectively than the same protein consumed across a wider window in men over 50. The fasting period increases growth hormone sensitivity, making the protein consumed during the eating window more anabolic than it would be in a constantly fed state. If you found this information helpful, we have fantastic news for you. We're thrilled to announce that our requested ebook, 8-Minute Fitness at 50+, is now here, with over 1,000 5-star reviews from men just like you. This comprehensive fitness guide is especially curated for individuals over the age of 50 who are committed to leading a healthy and active lifestyle. Thank you for watching.